Hi, everybody. I am popping in today to talk about change and transformation. I had a really inspiring conversation with a client this week, and we were talking about how she's in this space where she's no longer that old version of herself, but she is slowly starting to step into that new version of who she's becoming, but she's kind of still in the middle there, and kind of feeling a little stuck in between those two versions of herself. And so the vision that came to me was this idea of like when two oceans meet and it creates this line of separation. And so we see this line of separation. We see two different colors, two different kind of almost energies between the two different waters. And I was explaining to her that when we're in the midst of transformation, of sort of rebirthing, of unbecoming who we were and becoming this new version of ourselves, we're kind of like those two oceans that are meeting. And we're in the middle where that line of separation is. And we're sort of like one foot in the old version of ourselves and one foot in the new version of ourselves, but we haven't fully moved over to that new version of ourselves. And so temporarily, while we're in the middle in that line, we're kind of like a mix of those two selves, right? And it's normal that we are a mix of those two selves because our nervous system needs time to transition to that new way of being, to that new version of ourselves, that new version of ourselves who's going to act differently, who's going to be differently, who's going to make different decisions, who's going to feel differently, who's going to even be very different on a cellular level and on an energetic level. So while you're in between those two spaces, it can feel really daunting and really confusing. And if you resist the change and the transformation that's trying to happen, you're going to stay stuck in that current, in that line where you're half of the old self and half of the new self. If you relax into it and you surrender to the change that's trying to happen, at one point, there's going to be a current that's going to push you over that line and move you beyond that old self. For a while, you're going to be navigating, maybe going back into your old self a little bit and then forward into your new self. And there's like this kind of flow that happens. But at some point, if we truly want to experience the change that we're craving and that our intuition is leading us towards, we have to just relax and surrender and let the current push us over that line and out of that old energy. And what happens often is that the current pushes us over and we're in our new self, and then we panic, right? Our left brain kicks in, is like, oh my God, this is too much. This is too scary. I don't know how to navigate this. And we like literally swim back over the line, back over into our old self. And so the work that I do with people is really a lot about change and transformation and helping you navigate that transition between your old self into your new self, your old life into your new life, and helping you navigate how it feels in your nervous system, what's going on in your nervous system and in your brain as your intuition and the universe is trying to move you into that new rebirth, into that new life and that new self. Help you really remember how safe you are and how capable you are of navigating that change as you move over into that new ocean of water, which is brand new cells, brand new ways of thinking, brand new thoughts. It's a more expansive version of who you are. So if this is feeling like where you're at right now, you're in that line between your old self, your new self, your old life, your new life, and you're just like so excited and desiring and craving that change, but you're also feeling scared and stuck in that middle line and like not surrendering and relaxing into the change that wants to happen. Or maybe you don't even know how to surrender and relax into that change that wants to happen. Let me know. Comment below, hit reply if this is coming in through an email, and let's have a conversation. This is what I do in my intuitive incubator. So we help you move through the change and the transition and the transformation that you're craving so that you can actually step into that next version and chapter of your life that you're ready for and you're craving. Maybe you just don't know how to get there. I hope this video was inspiring to you, and I look forward to hearing from you if you are ready for this level of change in your life.